Welcome back to the show. I have two special guests to introduce you to. Actually, you'll be familiar with both of them because you just saw one of them. Dayna Desmarais joins me on the show. She's the executive director of the FAM Network. Welcome back, Dayna. Great to have you here.
Thank you so much for having us.
Previously, you've been on as Safe Pet Ottawa. You've rebranded to FAM Network. Tell me the reason behind that, Dayna.
So we wanted to expand outside Ottawa. We were getting requests before the pandemic happened, just about every week almost, from different cities around the country sort of saying, hey, we need your program. How can we set one up? We need help. And we did help as much as we could, but it's really difficult to run a program like this, and we didn't see many of them being successful. So instead, we sort of said, you know what? We just have to get there. And we realized we couldn't really be operating in, Calgary as Safe Pet Ottawa.
Gotcha.
So we decided to formally rebrand to kind of fit more of the realm that we're trying to fit in, which is, family, and to kind of showcase that we really are a network of people.
Right.
Yeah.
And of pets.
So
tell us about this beauty you brought along with you
here. He's one of mine. Obviously, the pets in our program are in hiding, so we're not able to showcase them.
Right.
So I brought one of my own today because we don't talk about pets without a pet present.
Yeah.
But he's also a rescue. He's about 6 years old, and I've had him since he was about 8 weeks now.
I love the name, Potamus.
Yeah.
So cute. Okay, you've not only sort of rebranded, but you've expanded your mandate as well of what you do. So let's walk through that, Dayna.
Yeah, so before we rebranded and we had the expansion of mandate, we were able to assist families who were fleeing from domestic, family, or interpersonal violence by taking in their pets and putting them in anonymous foster homes. We received an uncountable number of requests for assistance for outside of our mandate. So we applied to CRA to expand our mandate and received permission to do so over the pandemic. So now we are able to assist those not only who are in violent homes, but who might be fleeing sex trafficking, who are going into the hospital short term, right? If you're 76 years old, you have a dog, you don't want to give up your dog because you have to have a hip replacement.
Yeah.
So we can help with that, as well as people who are seeking inpatient treatment for mental health and substance abuse. We also updated all of our language to be inclusive. So it used to say women. It doesn't matter anymore. Right. Not that it mattered then either, but we've changed the language to sort of say it doesn't matter, man, woman, non-binary, doesn't matter how you identify, you can use the program.
There's some disturbing statistics that we wanted to talk about today, and that is, we know that violence against pets, and unfortunately, some of the pets that come into your care are experiencing that, but we know there's a correlation between violence against pets and violence against people. Let's talk about that a little bit, Dayna.
Yeah, it is really disturbing, you're right, and I'm only going to share a couple highlights, but if you do go to our website and look at the annual reports, we do put all the research in there. But our biggest statistic, and I think the most sort of shocking, is that 56% of women surveyed reported that they delayed leaving or didn't leave their abusers because they had no solution for their family pet.
Wow.
And that's unacceptable in my mind. There should be options out there. And as a survivor myself, I've been there. I can't imagine having to have made the decision of whether or not I could get to safety without my dog.
Yeah.
And it's difficult to talk about, and it still is. The other one that we really focused on a lot was that the women that did leave, 1/3 of them reported going back to their abusers because the animals are used as a tool of coercion to get them to come back.
Right.
So it's hard. It's a hard subject to live in.
Yeah, for sure. And the concern too is if you leave, that pet behind, who is a big part of your family, that you could be taken out on that pet too, right? That decision to leave, and that's why your organization is so important, because you help in both of those ways.
Absolutely. So the way our program works, it's very simple. You work with a shelter or a referring agency. They're able to refer you and your pet to our program. We bring the pet in either same day if we can accommodate, or we make an exit plan if you're doing a safe exit plan, and we bring the pets into program. They stay in anonymous, safe foster homes until you're ready, and then we reunite you with your pets, so you never have to give them up.
Let's talk about that foster program, because I'm sure you're always looking for foster families out there. How does the program program work? What does the process look like?
So to become a foster home is super easy. You go to our website, famnetworkcanada.com. There's a donate or volunteer button, and then you'll see the foster application on the right-hand side. It's super easy. Fill it out online, submit it to us. We do a virtual home visit, check your references, and then you're good to go.
Okay.
You can select the type of animal you'd like to foster, because of course we do all species. So you
Right,
might not be
yeah.
willing to foster a tarantula, but you might be willing to take a dog or a cat. And then you take the animal into care. Fam Network provides everything. So food, supplies, everything they could need, vet care, you name it. So it doesn't cost the foster homes anything, just their love and attention.
Yeah. What about funding? I mean, all of those things you just mentioned cost money, and it can cost a significant amount of money for some people. How are you funded?
So we are actually solely funded by private grants and donations. So we have no government funding at any level. Although if any government officials are watching, we'd love some. But we are primarily funded by private grants and the generosity of the public.
You're putting on an event, right? We should get to that event.
sure
You've got
are.
it coming up in November. It's 65% sold out, which is great news,
yeah.
right? But you have an early bird.
We do. So super early bird pricing for the 5th annual Fire and Ice Ball is on sale until June 30th.
Yeah.
And then the prices will just go to early bird and then regular pricing after that. But to get your best deal, buy before June 30th.
And where do they go to get there?
Go right onto our website, so famnetworkcanada.com, and there'll be an events section right on the main page.
Fantastic. Dayna, always a pleasure. Thank you so much.
much.
And thank you. Yeah, look at you, been so good. Again, that's happening November the 18th, but don't forget, early bird tickets until June 30th. We'll be back with more right after this.